Welcome back to Plants Not Plastic. I'm Nikita, and today I'm going to show you how to make a thick and creamy Alfredo sauce using potatoes. Before coming up with this recipe, I hadn't eaten Alfredo sauce since I was a kid. Back then, little girl Nikki would pour almost an entire jar of store-bought Alfredo sauce over a single serving of pasta and call it lunch. How far my kitchen skills have come. And wasn't it great being a kid and being able to eat whatever you wanted? The obvious appeal of Alfredo is it's a thick and creamy sauce with rich ingredients of Parmesan and butter. Today though, we're going to be making a 100% plant-based version using just white potatoes and a handful of spices. Also, I usually cover this at the end, but if you are a lurking lurker or you're new here, please do subscribe and click the bell if you like this video and want to see more of them. I release new recipes every week and would love to have you stick around. And the support really does make a difference. So this sauce is savory and you're going to get the tanginess, the texture, but it's 100% plants, so it's obviously not going to be as rich. But when it's mixed in with noodles as a whole dish, it'll definitely fulfill the craving for you. And if the idea of a potato-based cream sauce sounds weird, once you see how smooth and creamy this stuff looks at the end and try it for yourself, I imagine that at least some of you will be convinced to use it as a full-time replacement. And aside from the healthy benefits of plants versus cheese in this sauce, it's also a winner because it's only 6 core ingredients and it is super easy to throw together. So here's everything you'll need to make this recipe, along with a couple of optional additions. I'll also leave everything in the description box below, along with a link to the blog post and a printable recipe card. So you'll start by halving your garlic and peeling and chopping your potatoes before throwing both into a medium saucepan. I normally leave my skins on whenever possible, both for convenience and to reduce my waste in the kitchen, but for this recipe, you want to peel the potatoes to keep that light white color, have the sauce come out smooth, and prevent the end result from coming out dingy and brown. Cover them with water and bring them to a boil, then reduce to a simmer and cook them for 15 to 20 minutes until the potatoes are easy to break apart with a fork. After your potatoes and garlic have cooked, keep the water but separate it from the potatoes and garlic, and then transfer those potatoes into a high-speed blender. Start by adding the smaller amount of cooking water into the blender and then add all of your other ingredients: nutritional yeast, vinegar, lemon juice, pepper, and salt. I also add both chili flakes and nutmeg to my recipe. I like my sauce to have a little bit of spiciness, and nutmeg is actually a common ingredient in Alfredo sauce, and I find that it adds that extra little something. Blend everything together for 30 seconds so it's nice and smooth, then taste and adjust the spices to your preference from there. Once you're happy with the flavor, we can transfer it to a mason jar to store it and show off just how thick this sauce really is. All that's left to do is cook up some pasta and serve it up a la fancy restaurant-style linguine Alfredo. This Alfredo sauce is mild, flavorful, simple, coats the noodles beautifully, and stores great in the fridge. And I know I keep repeating myself, but the best description for this recipe really is that this sauce is just so thick and creamy. For how it stacks up against an alternative, you can check out the full nutrition label on the blog that links out to Chronometer. This recipe, though, is the same as all my others. When comparing it to a non-vegan or processed vegan option, without specialty items or animal products, it will cost you less to make. With plant-based ingredients, it'll have more fiber, and without oil or butter, you get to eat more of it for the same number of calories. So that's it for today's recipe. If you try it out, let me know in the comments. You can also subscribe to my blog for recipes right to your inbox and connect with me on social media for day-to-day content. And if there's a recipe that you would like to see from me, let me know that as well. I'm always looking for new ideas and I would love to make something that you have been craving. And don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and come back next time. Bye.